What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk.
Somebody asked me, who would you date? Would you date blue collar? And I said, I would date somebody who makes less money than me, but I probably would not date somebody who is blue collar. And they said, well, why? Why not? This is a real issue that I've never seen people really reckon with.
That opening clip was Kimberly Foster, who is the founder of the Black Feminist website For Harriet. And again, she's done some amazing literary work in that field for those who like that sort of content. Essence, Atlanta Black Star. And one of the things, she went to Harvard, right? So it's very difficult to get into Harvard. So you have to be very talented to do that. But again, because of the Ebony K. Williams controversy, people are talking about dating or marrying blue collar men, blue collar black men to be exact, right? Now, Kimberly Foster asked the question and then she answers it in this particular clip, which I'll play, and then we'll kind of come back and respond.
So somebody weeks ago asked me, okay, who would you date? This person, would you date blue collar? Would you not? And I said, I would date somebody who makes less money than me, but I probably would not date somebody who is blue collar. I do date men who have college degrees, and they said, well, why? Why not? And this is my real response, and this is a real issue that I've never seen people really reckon with, because I am a Black woman who has access to so many upper middle class, above average earning Black women. And I see how they've navigated their romantic lives. And this is different generations, different nationalities, different ethnicities, all Black women. And so many of them have, particularly older women, had no, college degree requirement, honestly, because if you're a certain age, you can't really have a college degree requirement and date Black men. Like, the pool just is not there. Had no income requirement and partnered these men, married these men, and the results were disastrous. The class difference, the resentment that comes from that is absolutely disastrous. Something that Kevin Samuels nor the rest of these men are really contending with is what happens when there is a large class difference, not just financial, like socioeconomic difference, but class difference, meaning what do you do for fun? Who do you hang out with? What books do you read? What newspaper? Like, the idea that is just gonna be so easy for both parties to surmount is crazy. I have never seen that happen. What I have seen happen is women saying, oh, that does not matter. We can be partnered. And the men realizing, oh, I cannot fucking handle this. There is no attention paid to the resentment from men when they are on the lower class and they have to look up to their female partner financially and socioeconomically. And there's all of these things that you don't know, experiences that you have to learn. I have seen that firsthand. And I'm not saying that, trying not to yell anymore in the new microphone. I'm not saying that these men don't deserve love, care, and affection partnership. I am saying that because I have seen the deep resentment that those kinds of dynamics create, that I would not just suggest anybody just do that willy-nilly. Like it's nothing. Like, oh, who cares? It's just money. No.
So she makes some very valid points, especially with response to socioeconomic class. What does that person do every day? How does that person spend their free time? And this person has to learn. This person may not have the same level of work ethic, same level of outlook, same level of goals. All those things are valid points. It's her prerogative to want to marry or date a blue collar man or not. And again, I don't doubt that. And she talks about her access to all of these black women. Here's my question to Kimberly Foster. She's not a lady that I would find to be unattractive or anything like that. She seems like she's decent looking. Seem like, although she's a black feminist, I don't really know much of her positions or her work, but I know black feminists talking points in particular. I don't know hers. And she went to Harvard. So this would also be my question. You went to Harvard. You had access to all of these women in their lives. But what we're not talking about is someone like herself or Ebony K. Williams. You have access to also upper middle class men and upper class men too, because she mentioned that, hey, you know, the pickings for black men are slim, but they're not so slim if you're somebody that has her experience. Again, you're in a lot of upper class black people's faces all the time. Like, you write for Essence, you probably go to Essence Festival, and I'm not saying that anybody can't go to these things, but you're in the loop. You're in the loop. So a person such as yourself, as a woman, gets access to men every day, or you're around these men every day, such that you can have access. Not only to just black men, but men all over the country. You should have access. So then what will be the reason why, when you come across these certain men that you said that usually are not there, but you have access to them, what's going on with that? That's the issue. Because again, your story, personally, you're an elite woman. You should be able to deal with men of all races. So you're definitely liberal. So that's what I'm saying. So then, therefore, let's talk about something else. When black women say that there is a class difference in dating blue collar men and they want to uphold the point, that's also fine. But websites like For Harriet, I'm sure that they don't talk down on single mothers, something like that. I'm using that as an example here. Watch where I'm going with this. If you're the man, just suppose that you're having the position that, well, just like you don't want to date blue collar men, I feel like African American single mothers are also somebody that, number one, don't bring any value. Number two, they could be on the same socioeconomic class, but they're not on the same level of femininity. And this could be black women of any kids or not. But I'm just giving examples of things that men put some sort of requisite on. Okay? People such as Kimberly Foster may have a problem with that. And they may call that discriminatory. I know that she has a video that's calls out the fact that manosphere guys are liars. I haven't seen the whole thing, but these are the things that we're not discussing. That when you give those requisites because of your socioeconomic class, it's not a problem. When black men start to give their requisites on a lack of femininity class, then it's an issue. When the same black men who you've come across and you've had the opportunity to talk to, but now when they go to Harvard and they don't choose someone such as yourself, and they go towards the whites, they go towards some of the other ladies in that university or in that particular socioeconomic class, it's now this black man is discriminatory. Whenever he gets 15 cents in his pocket, he wants the white woman. And she's talking about he resents my success if he's a blue collar man. The reality is this. These women here, you're living in America. There are other black women out there who are dealing with black men who are doing very well. There are black women who are dealing with white men who are dealing very well. The question is, living in a society, and most black women are not as, let's say, race loyal as they would love us to think. Why don't you have anybody that's on your level? Because Ebony K. Williams can't even get a white man on that level right now. She's been engaged to a white man before. I believe she's even been married before. So what seems to be the problem? Then we got to come back to those things that are holding many sisters back. And a lot of those points are valid from what black men have been talking about for years. And it's not only that black men see this, apparently these other groups of men see it. Just like the issues that you bring out about us, we see it. Other groups definitely see it. But it really is probably only the fact that whenever black men do something, everybody sees it. But nobody sees the shortcomings in some of the attitudes and issues that certain sisters have in relationships. That's the fundamental thing I want to get to. Because, see, we got to get back to we're running away from the bush, as the old preacher used to say. Let's get back to the bush. The facts is that opportunities are missed when ladies like you and Ebony K. Williams, you have that opportunity that other black women just don't have. And then you, for whatever reason, you can't close a deal. Why can't you close a deal? Leave black men out of it. You can't close a deal with anybody. Why is that the case? That would have to be the case. And then you can't take away that, okay, well, the lady's not as good looking, because you can't say that really. I wouldn't say that about Ebony K. Williams or Ebony or Kimberly Foster, rather. To me, when I look at them, clearly I feel like they're good looking enough that they can get someone. So that's out of the. It would be different if it was like they had burn disfiguration or whatever or something like that. I don't know. Possibly. I'm not talking about people or anything, but that could be the case. So guys, what do you think? It's your boys, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.